Good afternoon, family. How is everybody doing today on this fantastic Friday? Oh my God, it's Friday. It's the weekend. I hope everybody's day is awesome. Grace, favor, and protection to each and every one of you today, family. I'm so glad to be here. Woo! I'm crunk today. I'm crunk today. Listen, I just want to take this time right now. Let me fix my camera. Oh my God. I just want to take this time to say thank you to each and every one of you that are out there. Man, we are steadily growing. We are just, man, we killing it. Man, God is good. So for those of new faces, for those new names and new faces that I'm getting to learn, man, I appreciate y'all for coming in. I appreciate y'all for hitting that accept button. It's glad to have you guys. Listen, I just want to tell y'all thank you because we would not be here. Man, I'm telling you, this group, the discussions, the things that we're doing, it wouldn't be like it is if you weren't here. If we didn't have your spirit to participate and to be a part of what we got going on, it wouldn't be as dynamic as it is. So I just encourage you to just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep inviting. Keep participating. Keep looking. Keep scrolling. Just any chance you get, just continue to dive in and either get that encouragement or receive that encouragement or give it at the same time. So I just want to tell you guys thank you right now. Last time I checked, we sitting at 79. Whoo! Not even a month in yet in that 79. So I thank God for that. And I'm just super excited because you all here. I mean, you all make this possible. Man, I feel that feedback. I feel that energy. And I just feel our lives just changing as we speak with every passing day, with every comment, with every response, with every post. I just feel we just transforming, and that transformation is just getting better and better. Listen, I want to tell y'all, if y'all didn't get that video yesterday, I know she wasn't on but like a hot second, but she got on yesterday. Destiny got on a hot second yesterday before she had to go to work. Man, that's not what I came on to talk about today, but I just gotta just say something about it. Man, let me just put this disclaimer out there. That video was hot, but I need to tell y'all something because a lot of people not expecting this. And I'm gonna just lean in real quick so you can say, man, do y'all know that anytime you are participating or building or contributing or whatever the case may be, whenever y'all are doing that in the name of God and betterment and pushing people to do better than what they're currently doing, you have to know the enemy's coming after you. Like, you just gotta know that. You gotta prepare for that thing. When you go to sleep at night, you know when you wake up, if God allows you to wake up the next day, he coming for you. He coming. You got to understand what's going on here. Lives are being changed. Transformation is at its peak right now. So I just need you to understand it's happening. And I'm so sorry for that notification. I forgot to put my notifications on silent. So I do apologize for that. That's notifications coming through. But y'all got to understand that lie she had, even though it was 5 minutes, man, the enemy is going, he coming. You might not have been the one to get the live. You might not have been able to one to say it. You know, we say the lies, but y'all receive it. Do you know if you say to yourself and you admit it that you received that, whatever that was just given to you, you know the enemy coming after you too to make sure that you don't get it, to make sure it doesn't manifest in your body, to make sure it don't manifest in your soul. Do you know he trying to kill that seed before it even has an attempt to grow? So no, you may not have been myself. No, you may not have been Destiny. You might not be the one on the live giving the information, but you're receiving the information. And the enemy is going to come after you right then, right now. He not waiting till next week. He coming for you right now because he trying to destroy whatever little bit of growth that seed might have a potential of producing. So I just wanted to let it be known. I wanted to put that disclaimer out there because there's so many people out here that are not prepared for the enemy to come do what he do. Listen, if you ever want to know what it feels like to have a breakup, you know, I don't know how many of y'all ever had somebody break up with you. You know, you might have done the breaking up. But if you ever had somebody break up with you, that hurts. That hurts bad. And it hurts to the point where, man, you like, man, I can't believe this. And you start remember all the stuff you did for that person, all the stuff you did with the person and for the person. And you just start getting angry. Let me tell you something. The enemy is angry that each and every one of us are trying to get rid of him. We broke up with him, and he just don't take no for an answer. And immediately he started thinking, all the partying that we did with each other, all the stuff we did with each other, all the stuff that this, and I gave you this, and I gave you that, and you gonna leave me? I'm telling you, the enemy ain't down for that. He ain't down for that. He ain't finna just leave you alone and just let you go about your business. No. And then, when he finds out that you're leaving for God, oh no, family, he's just not having it. He is not having the fact that you're trying to get connected with God. You gonna leave me for God? I can just see him in his pimp voice. Oh no, you ain't finna leave me for God. I will not have it. So he just starts doing so many things to you and around you and through the people that you love to try to break you, to try to punish you for leaving. So I need you to understand what's going on. I just need to put that out there because, I know my girl, she was going through it yesterday. She even said a little bit about it yesterday. So I just want to let y'all know, in her midst of her encouraging everybody else, he had to shut that up quick. He had to kill that. Soon as she got off that line, come here, let me holler at you. Come here. Who in the world told you to go over there and try to encourage folk to do better with their life? I have them right where I want them, and here you go encouraging. Nah, the enemy ain't finna let that happen. He ain't finna do that. He finna squash that. So I need us to get up every morning, vigilant, like on the attack, preparing for the enemy to come at us. You ain't gotta wait till the enemy hit you first. Who in the world told you that? Where is that written in any book or any scripture or anything where we got to wait on the enemy to hit us first? I be doggone, I know somebody coming and I sit there and wait on him to hit me. If I know you finna hit me, if I know you even thinking about it, I'm finna smash. I'm finna smash. I'm not going to sit up there and wait on you. And this is why. This is why we don't wait on the enemy to hit us, family. Because the enemy might have that Mike Tyson in him. You might not be able to get back up after that swing. You betting, okay, well, he hit me. He going to hit me a little bit. I'll be able to get back up and hit him back. You don't know that. You don't know if that swing he hit you with going to just knock you out permanently. You don't know. So since you don't know, what you letting him get it off for? You wake up knowing he coming. And you get on your knees and you pray to whoever you pray to. And you get him off you before he even have a chance to set. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You got to bob and weave while you in there, family. You got to bob and weave. So whether you were the person giving the message yesterday, whether you the person that received the message yesterday and said, I received it. If he hadn't come already, I'm letting you know, he coming. Malachi telling you right here, right now, he coming. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get it. Man, I told you I'm crunk today, man. I'm crunk today. Y'all making it happen. I appreciate it. Listen. We're going to talk about something right now that goes along with the couple of lives that we had last week about the mind changing and the transformation. As I stated, transformation happens here first before it happens anywhere else. It happens in the mind. So we just going to carry on over from that, and we're going to talk about growing pains, y'all. We're going to talk about growing pains. Growing pains is something that we all got to go through. We got to go through it. So it's just a part of life that maybe a lot of us, it wasn't explained to us when we were younger. I think one of the greatest unintentional lies that my mama ever told me in my life was, when you get grown, you get out, you get your own, you can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. No. Because you gave me something to look forward to, mama. You gave me something to look forward to, that when I do leave, I can do whatever I want to. See, you didn't tell me in that spiel that you didn't put a comma right there. You put a period. You can do whatever you want to. You get out, you're grown, you make your own decisions. You didn't say, comma, you're responsible for every single one of them decisions thereafter. Says he had told me that, I'd have been like, maybe chill out for a minute. Let me think about what I want to do. No, you're not grown as you think you are when you get out there in that world, because you still got somebody to answer to. The Most High, God himself, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, whoever you want to call him, Allah, whoever. You got to answer to him. And you got to become to realize that he says, hey, you need to transform by the renewing of your mind. Transform by the renewing of your mind. Transform by the renewing of your mind every day. Because what he says, my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Yes, that's true today. I don't think like you today, God. I don't conduct my business the way you do today, God. But if by chance you wake me up tomorrow, I need to be on that. I need to be on that. I need to be on that like right now. I need to become that. It's not one of those things where you just say it and you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess I don't think like God. No, you don't just leave it like that. You got to become that. So you got to become that. That's where the grind at. You got to become that. To where one day your ways are his ways. Your thoughts are his thoughts. So today we're going to talk about growing pains today, y'all. And I just want to let people know, I'm going to go over my notes a little bit. I just want to let you know, I'm going to put this disclaimer out there. There is a difference between being grown and being an adult. Let me say that again. There is a difference between being grown and being an adult. What's the difference, Malachi? By default, you're an adult when you turn 18 or 21 or whenever, whenever your state says you legally an adult. You become an adult, let's just say 21. Let's just say that. 21 comes, you're an adult by default. You ain't got to do nothing. All you got to do is get older. Being grown is your decision making. Your decision making. You're grown. You could be 15 and grown. You could be 50 and still a kid. It's all about the decisions that you make. The difference between a grown person and a child are just simply the decisions. How you do a thing. Why you do a thing. How quick you pout when you can't get your way. If you make the same facial expression when you don't get your way that your child makes when they don't get their way, okay, we gonna work on that. We gonna work on that. You're an adult that just happens to pay bills. That don't make you grown. Paying bills does not make you grown. It's the decision making. Okay, so that's the first growing pain. Let's dive in. Growing pains. When we're talking about a relationship, and when I say relationship, I'm going to be specific when I'm talking about a romantic relationship or intimate relationship. So if I'm not being specific, anytime I say relationship, I just strictly mean, people. You have your husband and wife, you got your mother and son, father, daughter, cousin, co-worker, classmate. I'm just talking about people in general when I say relationship, okay? So when you're dealing with relationships, there comes a time in your life, in your head, that you need to transfer from saying it's all one person's fault to focusing on what you specifically did. If you have issues with a person and you have the unction to say or feel or think that it's all somebody's fault, you're still a kid. You're not grown yet. You're an adult. You're an adult, but you're not grown. I don't care who you are. I don't care what the issue is. I don't care what the issue is about. If it's all one person's fault, this is why I say that. This is why I say that. Hear me out first. Hear me out. Before you get all, yeah, you lying. Hear me out. If it's all one person's fault when you losing, how you going to celebrate when you win and say we did it? If we did it when we won, we did it when we lost. You can't be my boy Allen Iverson, my boy Kobe, Cam Newton, just to name a few sports figures. Whenever they lose, you always see them at the end of the bench by themselves with a towel on their head, and they had that look on their face like, forget everybody else. Everybody else lost. I'm just naming a few. I know it's all out there. But you see them over there, the camera always get on them, and they over there by themselves. They ain't with the team. It's like, forget everybody. They lost. I didn't. I've never seen that, family. I don't care what team you on. There's no individual that wins or loses. It's we lost or we won. So if it makes 2 or 3 or 4 or however many people you got on your team to cause y'all to win, in that same vein, it takes those same individuals for y'all to lose. So if you're still in the mindset that it's all somebody's fault, I just encourage you today to understand that that's just not true. That's just not true. It's never just all one person's fault. And I'm just going to be transparent for me because the same God that created me created you. So you can't say, well, Malachi, that's just you. No, that's everybody. That's everybody. The day I started healing from the things that I needed to be healed from, the day that I started getting better, the day that that whole got off me, all that baggage, was the day that I stopped putting a comma behind what I did. You know what I mean when I say the comma? When you say, well, yeah, I did this, I did that, comma, but you did this and you did this too. As long as that comma exists, you're not growing. You're not going to heal either. You're not going to get better either. The transformation is not going to take place. Can it take place? Yes. Is it going to take place? No, it's not. Because that's just not how God works. He don't work like that. I don't care how many times you got to get on your knees. I don't care how many times you get on your knees. It never fails. If you don't believe me, go back over your life and think about it and just think. It never fails. How many times have you gotten on your knees or you prayed to God and asked God to change somebody that you just need? Look, God, I need you to change them. I need you to fix what's, look. I need you to get them right, God. Not to say that God's not going to do it. Not to say he can't. But before he does, he always changes you first. And you be like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't the one doing this. I ain't the one doing that. They need to change. He changes you first. Not to say you don't need to be changed. I don't know. That's between you and God. But I'm going to give you one reason why he changes whether you did anything wrong or not. Because in order for you to accept mindset, where you are in your mind, in order for you to sincerely accept the change without feeling some type of way, without questioning whether or not their change is sincere or not. Well, God, did you really change them? I don't know. You know, they've been like that for 20 years. In order for you to sincerely receive their change, God has to change you so you can properly receive it the right way. If he doesn't change you first and he just changes them, you know good and doggone well you ain't going to accept it. Look at it. Yeah, they changed today, but watch they be back the way they are tomorrow. You're not going to accept it in the right way. So for that reason alone, God has to change you first. Like I said, there probably be some other reasons that he changed you too. But I just need you to know what's up so you won't be surprised. I asked you to change Malachi. I ain't asked you to change me. He gonna change you first. Whether that's good or bad, whether it's right or wrong, whether that's fair or unfair, he gonna change you first. So I just need you to understand that in this transformation that we taking place with the mind, you got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your mind is the first thing to go. Like they used to say back in the day when I was little, support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. You doggone right it is. And we wasting our minds thinking the things that we think the way that we think them. Every day you get up, your goal is to get closer and closer and closer to exemplify the way God thinks. Your thoughts should match his thoughts. Every day, that's the goal, okay? There are some things that you could have done better. And that's another reason why I say it. When you list all the reasons that the other person on your team did wrong or did bad, let's just be honest. There's some things that you should have done that you absolutely didn't do at all. Point blank, you ain't do. And you got your reason. Let me tell you something. When it comes to that reason is good enough for that person. The reason is good enough for you. That reason ain't trumping what the Most High say. I don't care what your reason is. When you get to the Most High and you explain your whys and this and that, he gonna let you talk. He gonna let you get it out. And he gonna, okay, so what did I tell you? What I tell you to do? Well, he ain't doing it, God. She ain't doing it, God. Well, guess what? You ain't doing it either. You ain't doing what I told you to do either. But. So you got to transform to renew. You got to be transformed. I know you want to do this and you want to point that finger and point that finger and point that finger. Now I'm going to take it a step further. I'm not, you know the old saying is when you point one finger at somebody else, the other three point back at you. I ain't worried about my three fingers. I'm not. My three fingers been pointing back at me the whole life. Don't nobody care about their 3 fingers pointing back at them. Because if they did, they would change. It ain't got nothing to do with your 3 fingers. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? All y'all who joined in, how y'all doing? The finger that you point at that person, you got to look up and look at the finger that's pointing down at you. God say, yeah, you too. While you pointing at them, he pointing at you. While they disobeying what you said, you disobeying what he said. So who in more trouble? Am I in more trouble because I disobeyed a human? Or are you in more trouble because you disobeyed the person that woke you up this morning? You got to look at it with a different mindset, family. You got to look at it different. You allowing that person to be strong enough to get you to not listen to him. I ain't listening to you, God, because she ain't do what I wanted her to do. So you mean to tell me that person is powerful enough, got strong enough influence over you to where you ignoring God? I bet you won't say it out loud. Say it out loud. Say it. Say it out loud. You letting that other human being have enough influence over you. God say forgive. I don't want to. What I just say? I said forgive. I don't want to. They shouldn't have did what they did. Come on, family. So we encouraging today, all right? So this is the difference between being grown and being an adult. I've been an adult for like 20 plus years. But shoot, I'm not going to sit up here and say I've been grown all those years. You ain't been grown. 18 didn't make you grown. 21 didn't make you grown. Your mindset make you grown. So we need to get on top of that. We need to get on top of that. True maturity. This is the difference between immaturity and maturity. Talked about that comma. True maturity happens when you can swap that comma for a period. When you get to the point, you move your mouth like this and you do like my grandmama Olamay used to do. Because you really want to say something and you can't. You got to have that restraint. This is growth I'm talking about, y'all. This is growth. This is transformation. No, it ain't easy. No, you don't want to. But hey, let's get it. Do it anyway, all right? Let's go. You don't want to go to work, but you go anyway. Let's get it. When you can get to a point where you can say what you did wrong, and instead of putting a comma and then a yeah, but, and you say, yes, I cheated. Period. And you don't say what the other person did, and you just sit there, yeah, I cheated. You're right. Now we transforming. Now we growing. Now we getting better. But you know why we say something? Because we want God to take care of them too. Well, if I got to get in trouble, I ain't the only one going to jail. You going to jail too. See, we don't want to go to jail by ourselves. That's why you have folk in real life, when they get busted, they start naming names. They start telling on folk. Because they don't want to go to jail by themselves. If I got to go, everybody go. That's immaturity, people. That's immaturity, family. Really, you shouldn't want nobody to go, to be honest. You shouldn't want nobody to go. So that attitude of saying, if I got to go, everybody going, that's immaturity. It got to take growth. We got to grow past that. We got to grow past that. So you got to be able to put that period and say, hey, I did it. Whether the other person get caught or not, whether the other person go to jail or not, does that really take away from the fact that you did it? You cussed. Well, you cussed too, Malachi. Does you telling me I cussed too take away from the fact of the validity of that I just said you cussed? You know what I'm saying? We talking about maturity, folks. I'm not talking about normalcy. Yeah, that's normal. That's what happens on a normal basis, on a regular basis. I'm talking about growth right now. I'm talking about getting better right now. Because these are the small, big, huge, little bitty, enormous things that's keeping us away from the next level. You praying for God to send you to the next level. You praying that God send you certain blessings. You know your prayer requests. I don't know your prayer requests. But your prayer requests are a direct result to what he puts in your face next. What do you mean, Malachi? I prayed the prayer. This is why you got to know what you're getting yourself into. You got to know what you're getting yourself into. I prayed the prayer that, Lord, I need you to teach me how to forgive the way you forgive. Okay. Well, the only way I can put you in a position to learn how to forgive, Malachi, is if somebody do something wrong. You don't want nobody doing nothing to you. But until they do something wrong, what is there for you to forgive? I got to put you in a position to forgive in order for you to forgive like me. Didn't know what the flip I was asking. But it's here now, so I got to take it because I asked for it. And that's what I'm saying. You ask God for something, you got to own up to that, and you got to do it. Teach me how to forgive. Not just forgive, but teach me how to forgive like you do, God. Man, you know some stuff God forgives that we wouldn't dream of forgiving. But he does it. But you got to want it, though. You got to want it. That means you got to transform your mind. You can't make people stop doing stuff. You got to change how you handle the stuff that they do. Because if they don't do nothing, what is it that you're forgiving? Well, if they didn't make me mad, I wouldn't have to do this and this. That's what you asked for. Teach me, God, how to love the way you love. Teach me to love the way you love, God. Ooh. Y'all see, that's why I ain't got no hair right. I ain't got no hair because once he started teaching me how to love the way he loved and I had to swallow that. Yeah, that part. It ain't no joke, family. We asking for stuff and God says, the only way I can give you what you're asking for is if I know that you can handle it. I'm not going to bless you with $1 million unless I know that you know what to do with it. If I can trust you with it. God is never going to give you anything that you ask for if he don't believe he can trust you with it. So that means he has to put you in what they call a preparation process. Hello, cocoon. Transformation process. All of us are in this group because we're trying to get to another level. So once we come out this cocoon, depending on how we come out, you can't just come out now. You can't just say I'm out. No. How you come out will dictate whether or not those prayers get answered the way you think they should. God is never going to give you something without getting what he wants from you first. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm sorry to break y'all down. Y'all got all these questions because he ain't got what he wanted from you yet. When you give him what he wants, he'll give you what you want. Because he then knows he can trust you with it. You're not going to get nobody nothing if you can't trust them with that thing because what you want. You want them to be able to value that thing the way you value that thing. That's why I don't loan people stuff that's mine. I wish I would let somebody borrow my game. Even my kids. Daddy, can I play your Xbox? Nope. Because I don't trust you to value it the way I value it. Because I see what you do with your stuff. I see what you do with your games. I see what you do with all the stuff that costs me money. And I see what you do with it, and I don't trust you. Nope, I don't. And I'm not going to lie and sugarcoat it. I don't let you have my stuff because I don't trust you. I'm a parent. Who do you think God is? God is our Father. He's a parent. He see the way we do our stuff. He see the way we handle our house and our car and our money and our finances and our children and our wife and our husband and he see how we handle our stuff. And then you think he gonna bless you with some more? That he watching you? He watching me? He watching us how we handle it? Gotta transfer that mind, family. Gotta transfer it. Gotta change. You can't keep the mindset that you have thinking that we're going to get the new thing. So my challenge today, as we take all these different things, whether it be a live, whether it be a post, whether it be a question, whether it be a concern, whatever goes on in this transformation process, whoever brings it to the group, it doesn't matter who is bringing it, let's take it all as a challenge to do better. To be better. Everybody quote that famous saying, you know better, do better. Yeah, till you find out the requirements. And then when you find out what is required, you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. We got to get it, family. And I say we because we can't keep leaving each other out there. we don't really start doing stuff till it hit home. And I just believe, I could be wrong, but I just believe that when certain stuff happens in other places, that's God's warning shot that it could come to me. You know, if you wait until something happens to you, like for those out there that got multiple kids, you already know I got multiple kids. So when I'm talking to one child, I talk loud. I talk loud on purpose. Because you're going to have that one smart, intellectual individual that comes back 2 months later and you're going to say, didn't you hear me tell so-and-so and so-and-so not to do so-and-so and so-and-so? Yeah, Daddy, but you was talking to them. You wasn't talking to me. Go sit down. Get out of my face. Go sit down. So I talk loud on purpose. So every single child in the house can hear me say it, and I say it out loud. I'm talking to whoever listening. Whoever can hear me, I'm talking to you. Do that 2 months from now and see what happens. Do it 2 months from now knowing you heard me. Those are warning shots I'm giving to the rest of the kids. Those are warning shots God is giving to you and to me. He's letting you see what's going on in the world. You mean to tell me you're going to see somebody burn their hand on a stove and you're going to go right behind them and touch that same hot stove the same way they touched it? You're going to get a pot holder or something. You're going to get a pot holder or something. You're going to change how you touch the stove. You might still touch it, but you're not going to touch it the same way. Come on, people, these warning shots. These are warning shots. So hey, I encourage you. God says humble yourself. He says humble yourself so I won't have to. Because I'm going to tell you, speaking from experience, when God makes up his mind to be the one to do the humbling, that hurt. It hurt. It hurt, and you can't go nowhere. You can't run nowhere. You can't hide nowhere. You can't get nobody to help you. I ain't going in there with you, cactus butt. I ain't going in there. It hurt. But he says humble yourself so I won't have to. Change yourself so I won't have to. So I encourage everybody to get in line. Let's go. If you need help, well, Malachi, I ain't never had to do that before in my life. Say it. Say it. Hey, I ain't never had to change. I got a couple of family members right now on this chat say, I ain't never had to work for nothing, Malachi. It always came to me. Okay, cool. 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 I'm not mad at you because you ain't never had to work for nothing. Or let's just not say you haven't had to work for nothing. Let's say you found the loophole to where you could get out of working for it. Let's say that. You had to work for it, but you found a way to where you can get away from it. At a certain point, God will get tired of you running. God will get tired of you trying to find a loophole. He'll get tired of all this shenanigans and having to deal with you the way he deal with you. And he'll just say, okay, you know what? I'm going to put you where you can't wiggle. You can't wiggle out of it. You can't move. So if you saying, hey, I never had to do this before. I never had to change my mindset. My mindset comes from my upbringing. My mindset comes from my environment. My mindset comes from my trials and tribulations. I get all that. Because we all come from different walks of life. We all come from different situations. What happened to me may not have happened to you. The things you've endured, I may have never had to endure. So the reason why I'm telling you all this is because whether you told me or not, whether you put it in the chat or not, regardless as to what, that's one of the reasons why we have those questions. Because we're filling out, when I get on my knees, I'm not praying for me. I'm praying for every single person in this post, in this chat. For every single person in this chat, for every single person that's going to come on this chat. And I need to have some kind of idea what my family member is struggling with. So I can say, hey, let's get it. But the reason why I'm encouraging you to change your mind today is because your I don't want to is directly connected to something that you want from God. I need you to be more forgiving. I don't want to. I need you to be more loving. I don't want to. I need you to be more cooperative. I don't want to. We all got something in our life that we don't want, but we got on our knees and said what we do want. We telling God every day, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Make this better, make this better. Put and we got all this long list. And let me just tell you this because he's not going to tell you. It's an insult. It's an insult because if it happened to you, it would be an insult to you too. So I need you to feel me when I say this. This is another change in your mind. Stop being crunk and excited and happy to say, at least I did such and such. When God asks you to do something and you did 20% of that something, 30% of that something, 60% of that something, you're really quick to say, well, at least I did this, at least I did that. That's an insult to God because you're asking for his best. He gives us his best every day, all day. He gives us the most out of him every day. And we turn right back around and say, at least I gave you that. You need to be happy with that. This ain't what you're telling another person. This ain't what you're telling Malachi. You're not telling that to me. You're telling that to him. Well, why you won't take my little bit? Because you won't take mine. God say, I paid your rent. You want me to pay your light bill too? Yes, God, I want you to do all of it. But you're comfortable telling him what you gave him the least of? Come on, family. Let's get it. So let's go. Let's make it another day. Let's make it another day to where we make that transformation from being an adult to being grown. And I say that with an extra additive because you got them kids under you. Again, children don't do what they are told. They do what they see. So if you want to know where a lot of them get their temper tantrum from when they're throwing it in the middle of the floor, when they can't get their way, you can't say they got it from me. I ain't never met them. I don't know them. So you can't say they got it from me. Okay? So they watching you. So when they turn 18, when they turn 19, when they turn 20, and they still have them ways that they don't want to get rid of, they watching. They watching you. Let's make that transformation. I believe in every single one of us in this chat. I believe in all of us. We just got to make that jump. As always, if you need help with any single thing, I don't care what it is, let's talk about it. That's what we're here for. Put it in the chat. How do you change from this to this? How can I do this? How can I do that? I'm used to this. How do I do that? Hey, all I ask is that we be open to the answer. Just be open to the answer. Let's just be open. That answer may not go for you. It may just be that person's answer. The answers I'm giving you may just be for me. But at least I'm open. I'm making myself available. Because then we go back to God and say, God, I asked you for help and you ain't never sent none. Yeah, I sent it to you like 2 weeks ago and you didn't take it because you didn't like the way it sounded. Happens every day. Happens every day, family. I hope everybody enjoy their weekend coming up. Everybody enjoy their weekend. For those of you that are off, man, live your best life and get that most needed rest, that much needed rest that you got to have to get back at it Monday morning. If you got to work, listen. To God be the glory that you got to work. I know sometimes you don't want to work. You don't want to work on the weekend and certain things. Hey, let's just look at it like this. This is another transforming of the mind. I get to go to work. It ain't I got to go. I get to go to work. Man, that's transforming right there. I get to go to work. I get to pay this rent. I get to pay this light bill. I get to. Woo! I love y'all, family. I'm so glad that y'all are here helping me to grow, helping me to build. Y'all just don't know. Y'all might not get on here and do what I do, but just knowing that y'all are out there, y'all are pushing me to do better every single day I get up. It's things that I didn't do before this chat got started that I'm doing now. Why? Because God told me it's a part of it. It's a part of it. You're going to do this. That's one part. This is another part. So even the fact that this chat exists and y'all are all here, man, y'all changing me daily, man. And I just appreciate that. And I'm forever grateful. Go out there and hug somebody, man. Tell them how much you love them. And I will definitely talk to y'all soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.